Get out my business. Nani? Okay.
How y'all doing? Welcome to the Identity Booth. Heero's the host. I am the boy wonder. As he calls me, really, I'm ET Facts. It's all good. But nah, man, we definitely welcome you to the show. We got something really, really important and amazing we want to share with y'all. Today, we have a great story. First of all, let's talk about it. We have Ruth Simmons. Ruth Simmons is Ivy League educated. Not only is she Ivy League educated, she also ran an Ivy League institution. She's the first Black person to ever do this. Period. She is currently 75 years old, and she is back in her old stomping grounds, H-Town. Stay down. Shout out to H-Town. Yeah, she is definitely holding it down. She is back at her old stomping grounds, Prairie A&M University, which has an absolutely interesting history, interesting past, and a very, very, very bright future. Heero, have you had a chance to look at this story and kind of get anything out of it?
All I'm about to say is Prairie View, and back in 2011, we beat the brakes off of y'all. UAPB, the yard running.
Oh,
M4.
Here we go. It's
right,
trash talking.
Right, but in all seriousness, as a HBCU alumni, I take a particular sense of pride being distinguished as such, because I'm constant proof and constant affirmation that from the yard, it's possible. You don't need Harvard. You don't need Yale. You don't need Northwestern. But mother needs you. And I'll be there for you 24/7. I got the UAPB shirt on for a reason, because
here we go. Repping.
We're 2-0 right now in the SWAC. So you know the rule is, if we're over 500, you'll see me at home coming in. COVID can't stop me, baby. So Golden Lions keep rolling. But in all seriousness, I'm a big advocate for seeing HBCUs go. My future kids got college paid if they're going to an HBCU. It's just that simple for me. But it speaks to a location where I feel happy. It speaks to a location where I feel like I can be myself. So whenever there's something like this going down, you love to see it. You love to be there for it. I hope that I could do something like this for my HBCU one day. I hope that I have the balls to go out there and do what she's doing, because honestly, it's amazing. And it's amazing in two ways, really. One, it's her ability to reach out and touch the pockets of rich people with zero issue. She's able to go up to people and tap their pockets, because it's not a conversation she's looking for. It's a donation. And she makes it clear. While a lot of chancellors go to these handshake conferences to be seen and photographed for notoriety, she goes there to shake people down. She is a modern day. She's
a legit Goomba, bro. She's here shaking. She turning pockets, man. She is out here turning pockets for the fam. Let me just give some background on this lady. This lady, Ruth Simmons, is the youngest of 12. She the baby. Grew up in a family of sharecroppers in South Texas, just a little bit north of Prairie View, that's about 4 hours south of where I'm at. She's a French literature scholar. She's got a Harvard PhD. She was the dean at Princeton, president of Brown, the first Black person to ever lead an Ivy League school. Craziness. She's a star fundraiser, sought after in corporate boardrooms. She was a director at Chrysler, Texas Instrument, and Goldman Sachs. So you talk about somebody who's super, super connected. She's 75 now. She's got so much social capital, bringing it back home. She's got all of her Princeton connections. She's really good friends with the late novelist Toni Morrison. Listen, she got an unsolicited $50 million gift from Mackenzie Scott, the former wife of Jeff Bezos. Unsolicited $50 million she just dropped on her. I'm just saying, like, this lady is crazy impactful. I mean, she has already raised over $120 million for the university, and since taking it over. And you know what's crazy is that she is doing something that has not been done in the HBCU or any small university ever. And you know the crazy thing is the Prairie A&M is actually a part of the Texas A&M system. It's just its own thing. But when the A&M system was first founded in this state, there were 3 colleges. And then Texas A&M is one. I forget the other one. And then there is Prairie A&M. And Prairie A&M historically got less than a third of the money that these other institutions got historically. And the craziness is now she is bringing this back. Like Prairie is one of the most popular schools for a lot of people here, well, mainly black people. When you talk about college here, if you want to go HBCU, people go PV. They're talking about PV. Rarely do you hear people talk about Texas Southern, but it is this school specifically.
Shout
and the
out
crazy
to them
thing,
in the Sweet 16 though.
Oh yeah. So think about it. She got a $50 million gift to PV. It says it brings the school's endowment up to $130 million. Think about it though. The entire Texas A&M system of endowments has $13.6 billion, but Prairie View only has $130 million endowment to help take care of the students. So what she's doing, this lady's going to raise $1 billion for the HBCU, probably more than that. And find me somebody who's doing something like that. Find somebody. This lady's 130 million in, and she hasn't been even doing this for a year, and she got 50 million of that unsolicited. I'm just saying, like, if we can get people like this to come and be chancellor, president of more of the bigger HBCUs, you're talking about like Morgan State, we're talking about Howard, we're talking about Spelman, Morehouse, Clark Atlanta, Bethune-Cookman, Tuskegee. We're talking about on that level. Just imagine when you have that much money and resources and connections, the outcomes you'll get from your graduating classes. That's why I'm excited. I'm not a HBCU person. Like when I say that, I mean I have not matriculated, as they said, SAT word. But here and I have had plenty of discussions about things that I'd like to see from the HBCU for those joints to blow up, because this is where a lot of black kids, they get out of high school and they just go there, and then all they end up doing is partying instead of like actually focusing on academics. They have to worry about money and jobs and going in an extreme amount of debt. So it just is what it is. But anyway, I'm geeked up, Heero. I'm gonna turn it back to you.
I'm letting you have
it. I'm super geek, bro, because this kind of stuff, when you start seeing people like this come into an institution like this, it brings the Coca-Colas, the Pepsis, the Amazons, the Googles, it brings these major corporations. It brings Goldman Sachs. Look at all this stuff. She's got PepsiCo on board. She's got Dow Chemical. She's got Oracle. She's like, these are huge corporations. Dow Chemical. This says to me, PepsiCo, Dow Chemical, and Oracle. This is engineering. These are companies that are looking for exceptional STEM students. This to me is bringing a resurgence. This is a resurgence back to this stuff. So I'm geeked about it. But anyway, Heero, I'm gonna cut it back to you, man. You are HBC. You are a recipient of an HBCU education. So that all right, I see shots fired in the comment section. I'm gonna let it slide today. I promise I won't delete that one, Keisha. But now, Heero, man, tell me about your HBCU experience, and if somebody like this was presiding over the institution as a whole, like, what do you think that would have done? Maybe not for somebody like yourself, because you were on scholarship and then you got a chance, an opportunity. You earned an opportunity to go play in the league. But what about some of the not so athletically gifted people who were just really there for academics? What could they have done with $130 million endowment?
You really like to sit here and tell yourself, like, your college experience was was this or that, but college was such a rose-colored glass effect for a lot of people who were less than. Pine Bluff was, upon reflection, tough. And as I go back and look at it now, the things that I found pleasure in, like the Sonic off the bridge right across the highway from the McDonald's, that was my go-to spot. It's closed down now. The football field's main fence and everything on the practice field has been moved and secured under a bridge. Like, money doesn't solve a lot of problems, but in the world of HBCUs, it can, because it gives them equipment, it gives them infrastructure. And that's what you really want to see with a school like that. And the big thing about it is a lot of these schools don't make it because their city can't support them. The school supports the city. So when schools aren't shut down, like last year was extremely rough for Pine Bluff, because when schools are shut down, there's nowhere for these city folks to work. A lot of the city folks work there. They bank on homecoming happening so that they can sell their shirts. Like that's how I pay my that's how I pay.
Bro, they had y'all out on the street corner like y'all got bow ties on and bean pies out. That's really
I'm
good,
telling you the truth. When I go to homecoming, people be laughing at me, but my goal every year is to spend more money. I think the second year I went, I spent and this is not with my travel. This is just cash in my hand. Yo, I'm buying something for somebody. If I see you, whatever. I spent in 2 days $1,400, and I do it again. Not a mother-rucking second hesitation, because that is the best way for me to give back to the students in those situations, because that's how I remember being given back. I didn't have to pay for no barbecue after a football game. I didn't have to pay for no rides to get from my room and back. All I had to do was wear the shirt and everything was free. This shirt used to smell so bad. But now there's people like her to advocate for the people who aren't like me. And that's something to be truly, truly grateful for. Yeah. But with that being said, I mean, we can talk about it, but how are we going to do something? So, me and Eric had a great cause this year. We wanted to raise money. We wanted to raise $10,000, and we look like we're going to be well on our way of doing that. But this leaves me an opportunity. I did it so soon. What's to stop me from trying to do it again for the second time? You feel me? So me and Eric gonna put that on the ballot. Maybe we can make an official. You know how awesome it would be to have a booth ball scholarship at UAPB? Because at UAPB there's a tradition. If you donate money, you get to go up there and talk during the like big school announcement, and everyone's like packed into the stadium, and you get to talk for as long as you want. And the year that I was a junior, a lady went up there to talk, and she donated $1 million. And I kid you not, bro, she got to talk for 2 hours, and nobody could say a word to her. Like, what you gonna say to her? Like, what you gonna say? You can't say nothing to her.
She put a milli down. She put a milli down
so she could talk for the rest of her life. And she was like 78. She probably could have talked the rest of her life, and no one could have said nothing to her. But with all that being said, hey, we appreciate you guys. This was a story. This was our perspective on it. Hopefully you found something informative and like truly enjoyable about it. And with that, we want to support something. So we're doing the E24 challenge, the endurance challenge, where two men are going to be running 24 miles in 24 hours. Altenberg and Russo. It's from my old high school. We're trying to raise money to help kids who really struggle through 2020, whether it's the pandemic, going through cancer, losing a loved one, and never missing a day of school, never making an excuse, and always enduring for a better cause. This is super important. So if you want to donate to that cause, there's a link in the description below. But in advance, if you want to, if you're not interested in running, you can just donate. But if you do donate, you'll get a medal, you get a shirt, and you'll get a certificate saying that you completed the challenge. Now, you can be like me and just pay for that and get the medal and all that good stuff and say you ran 24 miles. Or you can just make a simple donation. But if you don't want to do all that stuff and you're planning on buying something on Amazon in the next, couple of days, go hit our affiliate link. We're donating all that money to it too. And we also have the little Twitch. Hey, Chuck, we got a Twitch thing where you can donate to our Twitch. It's just like a super chat for us. So and it'll pop up. and it'll pop up. So for everything that it's worth, we appreciate you guys so much. Like, share, subscribe. That helps our channel out so much. You guys don't understand, like, we see the analytics after the show, and it kind of just, every time we do a live show like this, it boosts our analytics. So if you're on any platform, go to YouTube, The Identity Booth. We're on all major platforms. The link tree is in my description. We're always looking for a way to, put our stuffs out there, put our information out there, and we really appreciate you guys. We love your faces. Put on your goddamn masks and take care.
Mask.
Slow it down and we can catch the vibe. But it's so hard to find through the daily grind. Been working overtime, and I'm sleep deprived. Shorty on my line and we fuss and fight. Seems like every night. Don't care who's wrong or right. I hope the end is sight. Slow it down and we can catch the vibes.